And we're with head coach Tony Aarons. Coach, a nice win last week, slow to start, but it's all about how you finish, isn't it?
Yeah, we always rely on our defense, and our defense got out there, and overall, they're doing a sound job, but we just did some little things that allowed some big plays. The nice thing about the entire win was how the kids responded to that adversity. I mean, being down 19 points and being able to keep your cool and your composure and compete to get back into the game, and then go in at halftime. That's just tremendous for our kids to respond like that.
Now this week you've got a big county rival, Southridge. What do you look for at Southridge offensively?
Well, first of all, they're going to bring it. I mean, it's a game where we live very close, and it's going to be competitive, and they're going to come over and they're going to run that wing tee, and that thing's hard to stop. So, we have to be prepared. Good assignment football. And then from that point, we'll see how things go.
Now, defensively, what do you see about Southridge?
They're going to play their 4-4 look and bring linebackers. They're going to stunt, over and over and over. So we have to be prepared to deal with their stunting.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.
And we're with defensive coordinator Nick Eckert. Nick, first quarter, a little rough start, but I'll tell you what, that defense really responded after that.
They did. We had a few mental mistakes that cost us with 2 home runs over the top, 50-plus yards on those 2 touchdown passes. They earned the second touchdown, 95 yards. But, once we got things corrected and did their assignments, we played a good ball game after that.
Yeah, later, as the game went on, they really had a tough time running against that defensive line of yours.
They did. It wasn't just that. The secondary did a good job shutting down the pass. Didn't give up any long balls anymore after that, and it was a good team effort.
Now, Southridge, new coach, what kind of look we got? Do we got the same thing, or do we have something different?
New coach, same thing. They're going to run the ball at us with their wing tee. That's not going to change, and we just got to control the line of scrimmage. If we control the line of scrimmage, we should win the ball game.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
And we're with offensive coordinator Jeff Mock. Jeff, kind of quiet in the first quarter, but an offensive explosion right after that.
Well, it was pretty nice. What kind of thing gets overlooked here, at least in some people I've talked to, was all those points came off of defensive turnovers. Braden Betts had a interception, gave us the ball inside the 40, and then we had the fumble recovery, which set up the next touchdown, and we had a couple big catches there by Philip Hipson, who had a great game, and that kind of opened things up for us. And then once they overcommitted to the run, our pass was really able to take effect.
The one thing I did notice, the Jasper players looked like they were in great shape, and there were a lot of Memorial players taking themselves out. I mean, what do you guys do during the summer to make that happen?
Well, that's Coach Aarons, and that's a year-round thing. We have the morning conditioning program. That's first period. It's advanced PE. All of our football players, or almost all of our football players, are involved in that. So that's a year-round conditioning program that they're in. And this summer, we try and get outside when the temperatures are warm and develop some of that acclimation to the temperatures and things. Now, even though it's in the morning, it's not 95 degrees or anything like that. But our kids do what we ask them to do, and that usually keeps them in pretty good shape.
Now, it is going to be really hot tomorrow night. What kind of precautions, what do you guys take for the kids? What do they do so that they don't have problems tomorrow night because of the heat?
Well, the big thing was there's not anything they're doing right now. They should have been doing it 2 and 3 days ago. They start hydrating on Wednesdays, and we went helmets only for part of practice yesterday, or special team stuff, and some of our group work. That was more of a walkthrough type thing before we put our pads on and actually got down to hitting a little bit. So that was kind of to help them maintain some water. But they should be hydrating for 2 and 3 days up to. And you see most of our guys walking through the hallways with a bottle of water, or a lot of them have a gallon jug or an old Gatorade jug that they're filling up 2 and 3 times. And we're just looking for them to remain hydrated for 2 or 3 days before, because anything they drink during the game may help a little bit, but they have to be hydrated ahead of time to avoid those cramps and things.
Now, Southridge, county rival, what can you tell us about their defense?
Well, their defense doesn't appear to have changed too much. I think they have a couple wrinkles in store for us as well, but basically they're a 4-4 base team. They have a decent defensive line of scrimmage, have some big kids in there. The linebackers look really nice. And they're able to fill really hard. Most of those kids are about 6 foot, 200 pounds, which is great size linebackers for a 2A school. It's great size linebackers for us. And they do have some good returning DBs, so they'll pose a good challenge for us, and hopefully we're able to compete.
Okay, good luck, Coach.
You bet.